Karl, it wasn't the home team's night here tonight. That was a tough one there.
Yeah, we played terrible. So yeah, we looked like we played 10 games in a row and had no juice. Not a lot of response. So that was a tough one. I've seen
When did
some
you
bad games in my day, but that might be top five.
when did you know that it was going to be like that?
Well, the first we were kind of around it, but we were a little loose with the puck. But we just wanted to go out and put the sticks at center ice and throw them either way and have a little scrimmage game today. So unfortunately, it's hopefully we learn a lesson from it. And that's not taking anything away from Chicago. Didn't matter as a group, our effort and our care and our puck possession. And there must be the J key is our turnover key on the computer. And I don't know if there's a button left after that game.
How, when you see that it's going that way, what is there that you can do? It really is up to the players and their peers, right, to try to get something moving.
It's always, Aaron. It's always up to the players, even on good days. So
Sure.
Our job is to coach the group that we have on each and every day to maximize the effort. Every single day that we come to work, that's what our plan is how do we get better today? How do we find a way with the group? Chicago had the travel advantage, no question, with us playing last night. We had a later night than usual last night, but in the end, we have to find a way, and it's always up to the players. They can decide to listen or not listen. Coaches don't get skates, so our job is to hold people accountable, to assist them, to help them, to teach them, to make them better, to make them uncomfortable sometimes and push them in a direction. And honestly, we didn't have any push or any juice today. Not quite sure why we had nothing, but the tank looked pretty empty overall.
So is that what you're hoping for? Is that feeling that it'll rub off on these players and get ready for tomorrow? Is that when you have a game like this, that's like the best thing that can happen, right? Is to figure out a way to bounce back.
If the players don't understand the level of play that we had today, then we got a big issue. So we're trying to establish ourselves at home here. That puts us under 500 at home. That's embarrassing to our team and our city. We don't want that. We got to have more at home. We got to have a home record here. This is a great facility. We've had great crowds to start the season off, and we wasted them a little bit. So for me, that's really disappointing. I know how hard the front office is working, and we gotta care a little more and bring a little more action today because it's just not good enough.
So Sunday, then, I mean, what do you do? Are there changes you have to make, or I mean, your roster obviously is limited. It's not like you can change 20 guys here. So how do you do this tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to recover and then we'll move on. Games like this, people say burn the tape and don't watch it, but we'll watch the tape. We'll do our job and we'll find the answers. Obviously, there's a physical and mental sharpness that our group didn't have today, so we'll have to talk about that and see how we can increase that tomorrow for the group. But each individual's got to it's one of those days where you look in the mirror and you got to find it on your own a little bit.
Yeah, and you can't use the 3-3 as an excuse, and unfortunately, that is hanging out there, right?
Now this is a 2-2, so
yeah, there you go.
The third game hasn't been played yet, so maybe we were coasting and hoping for an easy game going in. Maybe they looked at the standings and saw Chicago had a slow start. That's a very talented roster over there with a lot of really good players that have played a lot of special places across North America and Europe. And unfortunately, I think we read the standings and we're hoping for an easy day, and the right team won today. So we tip our hat to Chicago and hopefully we get a better effort tomorrow.
Here we go. We'll do that. Karl, thanks for the time.
Thanks, Aaron.